Hello and welcome to another tutorial. In this recording, I'll take you through our two new features of which we've introduced into MySchoolGH. We have the bookstore management system and then the canteen. In this recording, I'll take you through the bookstore. Under the bookstore, we have our categories. There is the POS where you can key in the purchases. You have your orders history, the stock management, a bulk upload of books, and then our reports section. So the first thing is, because we do not have any categories, we proceed to create a category. So let me name this. We have our categories created, about four different categories. Now we will proceed to upload our books. Here, when you go to the bookstore, you can either input the books one after the other, where we have the book title, the author name, the ISBN, the publisher. We select the category, the name, the format of the book, and then the various prices. So we have the cost price, we have the selling price, and then the minimum stock quantity, the initial stock quantity that we received. So I'll proceed to upload a book. So I have this book, and let me add an image for this particular book. Great. All right. So we have two books here. I'll proceed to update this particular one with an image. And there we go. Awesome. Okay, so now we have our books set up. We have our categories and then we have our books also set up. Now let's move on to our POS. So a student comes or someone comes in to purchase a book. We can do that under the POS. So under the POS, you search for the book, the name of our book. So let me do this. Right from the bookstore section, you can proceed to add to carts. And as you can see, we have our item added to cart. You can add to cart. Or okay, so I'll search for bright and the tripods. Let me move on to our cart section, which is the POS. And as you can see, we have our book added. So let's assume the person is purchasing two. We can then add on or reduce the quantity. And while we add on or reduce quantity, we have our final price right here. So let's add to three. So we are now going to purchase two books for the city of Ember and the tripod, and then three for the many words of Oba. I'll be bright. Once you are done with the quantity, you can proceed to checkout. Here, if it's a student, we can then select the name of the student who is making the purchase. And we can select the payment method, and if there are any notes to add, we then add. So these are the two books that the user is purchasing, and these are the amounts, and we have our total value here. And you can proceed to process the checkout, and boom, we have our checkout rightly processed. We can view the order detail and then also proceed to view the receipt that will be printed out to the student. And here we can also trigger a print of the receipt for the person who made the purchase. So this is how easy the bookstore is going to be operated. So we have our list of books, and under the POS section, you can then add book to it. So let me search for Bright, and I have the book in stock. I can add to cart, and then we have it added to cart right here. So yes, under the bookstore, you can see the total amount that we have made, the purchase amount, and then also under the reports analytics, would be able to see a breakdown of what the user have purchased. So even under the purchase, the reports, we have top performing books, and we'd be able to list it, the top performing category, the order status, orders that have been completed. We have the payment method, the purchase history per day, the daily sales trend, the amount which was purchased for the day, and then also we have the total, a breakdown of the books that was purchased. So for each book record, we have the total amount sold and then the revenue which was made out of it. So this is on the books section. Final thing that I'll be touching on is the stock management. So we have our stock. So this is the current stock for each of our books. So we have the many words of Obi Bright 47 in stock, and the city of Ember and Tripod 18 records. So if we receive a new stock, let's say we've received this one, 12 copies of this, we then click on update stock. So we are now going to increase quantity. The quantity we want to increase is 12, and this is a purchase. This is an increase the stock quantity of the books. So as you can see, the new stock, when we add this 12 to the 18, would be 30. We can proceed to update our stock, and we have our stock quantity updated as we expect it to be updated. So yes, this is on the bookstore and how easy it can be operated.